UFM, Unidentified Flying Mater. At Luigi's Casa de la Tires, his assistant Guido was putting a new hubcap on a customer. Suddenly, the hubcap slipped. It bounced off a pole and smashed through the store's front window. The hubcap flew past Mater and Lightning McQueen, who were stopped at a traffic light outside. "Hey, look, a UFO!" Mater shouted. "And I know, 'cause I done seen one once," he told Lightning. Then Mater began to tell his friend a tale about the time he saw a spaceship. "It was a crystal clear night," Mater began his story. Mater pulled up to a railroad crossing in the desert. Suddenly, clouds gathered overhead. Then the signal started flashing wildly, even though no train was in sight. "That's weird," Mater muttered. He looked to the left. Nothing. He looked to the right. Nothing. Then Mater looked forward. Ah! A UFO was floating right in front of him. Hey there," he said. "Welcome. My name is Mater." "My name is Mator," the UFO replied. "Mator, huh? That sounded an awful lot like his own name," the tow truck thought. "Should I take you to my leader?" "Your leader," the UFO echoed. Mater rolled off with the UFO flying behind him. Mater led the UFO to the spot where he kept his oil cans. "Here are all my leaders," he said. The UFO looked excited. "Yum," he cried. Mater grabbed a can and drank the oil through a straw. When he glanced over, the UFO was slurping from a large oil drum. But Mater didn't mind. He was always happy to share. Then the UFO let out a belch. A really loud belch. "Dadgum," Mater said, impressed. "Dadgum," the UFO echoed. Later, Mater showed his new friend around. They did all Mater's favorite things, including tractor tipping. After that, Mater taught the UFO how to drive backward. Then, his new friend taught Mater how to fly. "Whoa!" the tow truck exclaimed. Mater and the UFO went zipping through the night sky. The UFO zoomed away, but Mater caught up as they rounded Willie's Butte. They were having a great time. "We're gonna be best friends forever," Mater said. Out of nowhere, a giant magnet dropped from the night sky. Zing! It grabbed the UFO and pulled him upward. 3 military helicopters were hovering overhead. "I got him," one helicopter said. "Return to base," another helicopter ordered. "Mator! I'll save you!" Mater yelled as the helicopters left. Mater was determined to help his new friend. He secretly followed the helicopters through the desert. He passed a sign that read, "No trespassing. Parking area 51. Mater followed the helicopters to a military base. He sneaked inside past the guards, and then he spotted a large airplane hangar. When he looked in a hangar window, Mater saw the UFO hanging from the huge magnet. Several military and science vehicles were closely examining the UFO. A scientist snapped a photo of Mator using a bright flash. "Dadgum," the UFO exclaimed. All the scientists seemed excited that the UFO had spoken. "Dadgum," one scientist repeated. "He's trying to communicate. Where's Dr. Abschleppwagen?" Mater knew this was his chance. He quickly put on a scientist disguise, then burst into the room. "Here I am," he announced. "What does dadgum mean?" asked one scientist. Mater looked around and spotted a giant on-off switch. "It means," he began. Then he threw the switch, turning off the magnet. "Let's get out of here!" The UFO was freed. "Dadgum," he exclaimed. "Follow me," Mater shouted to his friend. Mater and Mator flew out of the hangar at top speed. Everyone from the military base chased after them. In Radiator Springs, Lightning interrupted Mater's story. "Do you really expect me to believe that?" The tow truck shrugged. "You should," he said. "You was there too." Then he continued his story. Except this time, Mater described how Lightning was zooming across the desert with him and Mator. All the military vehicles were close behind. Mater was afraid he and his friends wouldn't get away. Suddenly, an enormous UFO mothership appeared. "Whoa!" Mater exclaimed. "It's beautiful," Lightning said. The mothership pulled Mater, Mator, and Lightning aboard in a white beam of light. Then the ship blasted into space, leaving everyone else far behind. "Dadgum," all the military vehicles exclaimed. After a quick ride through space, it was time for Mater and Lightning to get back. "Thanks for saving us, Mrs. UFO," Mater said. "Can you drop us off at home?" The mothership stopped over Mater's shed and dropped him and Lightning right through the roof. "Thank you," Mater called. He would miss his new friend, Mator, but he was glad the little UFO was safe. Outside the tire shop in Radiator Springs, Lightning looked skeptical. "I'm sorry, Mater," he said. "That did not happen." "Oh, yeah," Mater replied. "Then how come I can do this?" He tried to fly, but his gears started grinding loudly. "Oh, Mater, please." Lightning rolled his eyes and drove away. Finally, Mater rose into the air. With a laugh, he flew off into the clear blue sky. The end.